Hello, this is Darren Hollander with Orlando Chiropractic. We're going to be going over stretches for sciatica. Sciatica is typically pain that goes down the leg, or it can be pain that goes into the glute muscle. I have a model here and I'm just going to demonstrate that a little bit. Now the glute muscle, if you can imagine, is overlying this area in the pelvis, and here we're looking at the hip. So these stretches are going to stretch the glute. Deeper than the glute, we have the piriformis muscle, which is overlaying the sciatic nerve here. So all these stretches are going to be geared to stretching the glute, stretching the piriformis, and opening up the hip. All right, so we're going to go into our first stretch for sciatica. Let's go ahead and extend our legs this way. And Brandon, let's go ahead and bring our right leg over the left, and we're just going to hug the right leg, keeping a straight back for this one. And go ahead and give me a few deep breaths. Now from here, we're going to transition from the glute into the lumbar spine. And to do that, we're just going to take our right hand and just reach it back. And you want to try and inch back with the right hand, trying to get it a little further behind you. Looking back at that right hand if it's not too uncomfortable. You should feel this now in the low back a little bit more as opposed to the glute. Also still really good for this type of pain. Go ahead and give yourself a few deep breaths. From here, we're going to go back into the glute stretch. So we're going to take our left hand and then just bring the arm over the knee. We want to push the knee back, and now we're going back into stretching the glute. And if you're feeling good, a little ambitious, you want to try and accentuate this a little bit more, let's bring this hand now over the knee. If you can. Good. And when you're doing this, now you want to try and just let your leg relax into the arm, and that's going to also highlight the glute stretch. Give yourself a few deep breaths here. Let's bring the left leg over. Good. And squeezing the leg into you, straight back. Excellent. And then from here, let's go ahead and go into that low back stretch by bringing this hand behind us. Good. Shifting your gaze towards your hand and try and inch your hand back behind you. Good, and from here we're going to take the right arm now, bring it on the other side of the leg, trying to push the leg back. And then if you're feeling good, try and bring this right hand over the knee. Good. Letting the leg relax now into the arm should highlight that stretch. Give yourself a few more deep breaths. We're going to come back over, back to neutral. The next stretch is going to be a hip opener, and we're going to start by focusing on the right hip. To do this, we're going to bring the right ankle over the left knee. And we're going to thread our right hand through over to this shin and left hand on the other side. And now we're just going to rock back. Go ahead and let your head just come down onto the floor. And let your right leg just flare out, holding on to that shin. Give yourself a few deep breaths. Let's go ahead and uncross. And we're going to go now to the other side, so left ankle over the right knee, and we're going to thread the hands through, grabbing the shin. From here, let's uncross. And we're going to go into the last stretch for this series. So go ahead and come up just a little bit just to look at what's going on. We're going to cross our legs now, almost like we're crossing our legs while we're seated, but this leg's going to come up a little bit, and this is just going to fall over onto the other side like a unit. So it's coming over, and you're just going to place your left hand on your left knee and let your right hand flare out to the right. Good. From here, give yourself a few deep breaths. And let's come back up to a neutral position. And let's go ahead and highlight the other side. So the ankle coming over. It's going to fall down as a unit. Good. Placing your right hand onto that leg, giving this just a little bit more weight, a little bit more pressure, letting your left hand flare out, and then shifting your gaze over to this left hand. few deep breaths here. And that's our series for sciatica stretches. If you feel like you might be having this type of pain, please visit your chiropractor and get that diagnosed, get adjusted. It's going to be important for you getting better. These stretches should be done in a pain-free range of motion, but they should really help to give you some relief and get you better.